Today we're going to make this photo frame slash bulletin board that you can make any size or shape that you want. This is a hexagon. It has 6 sides. You can also make an octagon. This has 8 sides. And you can see that it is much larger. And then we're going to put clothespins so you can add whatever items you want. If they're bigger items, use more clothespins. And you will be able to use it as a bulletin board, put photos on it, add your to-do list, anything you like, and hang it on the wall. Now, the way that this is decorated, I have put it together to show you different ways you can design it. You can keep it just wood colored, like this lovely octagon, which is also many more layers than we're going to make in today's craft. I was making this to try and be like a shelf, but that is a lot of layers. But you can leave it wood colored. You could stain this because it's actual wood. You could paint it all one color, gold, black, silver, however you want. On here, because it is a hexagon, I have gone with 6 different motifs. This one that looks like a cow was supposed to be a starry night. This one over here is green with a rolled paper flower. So you can kind of see my attempt at a rolled rose. Over here we have snowflakes, we have letters, hearts, and fish. So whatever stickers or other shapes that you can find at the craft store, at the dollar store, or even just print it out, you can put those on your clothespins and decorate it. You could put something in the middle to decorate it. You can mount the whole thing onto like a full piece of foam board to have it be fancy. I've even seen cases where they put like a mirror in the middle, so you could have your to-do or like daily affirmations with a mirror so that you can get ready in the morning. The choices are up to you. So now I'm going to show you how to make this. You're going to start with 3 sticks kind of in a triangle. Now I will probably have a nice template printed out that you can use to actually layer sticks on there. I forgot to print it out ahead of time, so I'm gonna wing it for this video. So you can see I want to move my sticks in just a little bit so that they overlap on the corners. Now this is why I'm probably going to include a template, because if you do it without a template, it can be a little bit fiddly trying to get everything to look the way you want it. There we go. Alright, so now I have my 6-sided hexagon. I can very carefully remove the top sticks. Oops. So that I can put a little glue on one end and a little glue on this end. Now, a tip for working with glue guns, always keep it on low heat and always keep something non-flammable. This is one of those kind of plasticky cards, junk mail. So I use that to catch the drips. So now I'm going to put my top stick back on. And the reason that I always say to use the low heat is because I've used high heat before when I was making the paper flowers, and that burned my hands through the cardstock. The low heat, you feel it, but it doesn't kill your hands. Alright, So there's stick number 2. And I am moving just a little bit fast in this beginning part, so if I need to adjust any of my angles, my glue is still cool enough to do that. As with this one, so I just needed to pull this up a little, which stressed that angle. But now that I've got all of that together, I'm just going to add one more layer. So 2 little drops of glue, add my stick, so there, you see what I mean about the low heat glue stick? I kind of put my finger in the glue, just a little dab, but it was warm, not burn your skin off hot. So a little glue and a little glue. So yeah, definitely be careful with hot glue. But if you keep it to low heat, you won't get more than a little bit of red skin. Alright, and then some more glue, and then some more glue. And really, this angle could have been pulled out a touch. I see that in hindsight. Another reason to use a template, or don't use a template, use a protractor and really impress your high school geometry teachers. So I've got 2 layers of sticks on some of the sides and only 1 layer on the others. So I am going to go ahead and wherever I have 1 stick, I'm just going to make sure to put another one on here. Now you can add as many levels as you want, but I find that the minimum should be 2 on every length. Alright, so now I've got all of my sticks in place, so you can see no matter which way I turn, I've got 2 sticks. Now I'm going to take these lovely clothespins that I got at the Dollar Tree. They are slightly smaller than regular clothespins, but bigger than the miniature clothespins that they also had. And what I'm going to do is right in the middle, I'm going to put a glob of glue right in the middle of one of my lengths. Now with the clothespin facing, with the open part of the clothespin facing to the outside, I find that it works best if you put the clothespin right here and just press it on. You can tell because if you put it right here, it balances. So you can see where the metal band is. Whoops. You can see where the metal band is, and it balances if you put it right behind. If you put it too far forward, it falls. It balances. If you put it too far back, it falls. So you probably will want to watch out for that. So I am going to go around and put my middle clothespin. Now I'm just eyeballing this. You can feel free to measure it or to use any different amounts that you would like. I found that 3 clothespins fit the best. If you want to do 2 and just put them on like that would be fine. You could put 2 on the edges and put the middle one facing in so that you can have 1 thing facing in and 2 things facing out. It's totally up to you. I'm just showing you how I made the example, and you can modify it all from there. Yeah, my little hexagon is definitely a little wonky. You can see it up here. So you guys will be getting a template to follow because I printed out a nice hexagon for my example, and you can see how much better one is than the other with wonkiness, or at least I can see it. One has nice 60-degree angles on every corner, which is something I learned when looking up hexagon templates. You need 60-degree corners. Alright, so now that I've got one clothespin in the middle of each stick, I'm going to take two more clothespins. And you can see you can't put them too close to the corner because they will kind of cover each other and you won't be able to open them. So you want to put them just a little bit out, and I will show you on this side as well. So this is why I recommend placing them before you put the glue dot on, because you can see that they are a little bit further towards the middle than the corner to give you room to get your finger in there and pinch it. Alright, so I've placed my clothespins down, made sure they're not too close to each other, not too close to the ones in the middle, just about there. Think of it as a Goldilocks corner. It's just right. So now what I'm going to do is, with the glue stick in hot glue in one hand, I'm just going to lift up one, put a dot of glue where it was, and put it straight back down. Then I'm going to lift up the other, put a dot of glue where it was, and put it straight back down. Alright, and I found that that was one of the best ways to do the corners. So let me rotate this a little. So put my two clothespins on so that they're not too close, not too far, just right there in the Goldilocks zone. Lift one up, put glue where it was, put it right back down. Move to the next one, lift it up, put some glue where it was, put it right back down. And with these clothespins, if you get any that start to go a little bit off like this, all you have to do is just kind of pinch, and all the pieces will go back into place. Alright, so you want to make sure you press down. Oops, there we go. Make sure you're nice and secure. And that is pretty much how you do it. Once you have everything together, you can paint it, stain it. I used markers on the example. So all of this is done with just Crayola markers and other washable ideas. And you can see that I put my FUN up at the top with the idea that I would hang it from here. So I have one thumbtack in my bulletin board, and I'm just going to take my display and just balance it right there. And you can see that you can hang it up almost anywhere and display, like I said, I've got memes, you can put daily affirmations, you can put to-do lists, you can put homework assignments, ticket stubs, other memorabilia, anything you want. You could also make several of these to hang next to each other and kind of branch off into another hexagon right here, so that you can have like a honeycomb effect.